Oh, the bubble's moving. That's cool. Hello, I'm Importer. I'd like to welcome you back to another Fountain Pen Friday. Today, we're going to be looking at Tramol Pacific Blue with a silver shimmer. I have had a bit of a struggle with this ink, honestly. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, but we'll talk about that towards the end. Let's just look at it. We'll write with it, see how things turn out. A few new things today. So if you like it, let me know. If you hate it, let me know. And let's get started. Let's get writing. All right, here we go. So I haven't had a whole lot of issues with the ink and how it flows. That's been a non-issue. It is written pretty well the whole time. I've been pretty happy with that aspect of the ink. I think largely it's a color issue for me. I just don't have a place for it in my life. There we go. Yeah, I just don't know how to make this work in my professional life. And let's make sure you can see this. Got what I was doing for a second there. So that's our ink right there. I'm pretty happy with it as far as like performance. My issue has not been that. My issue has been, what do I use it for? I have other blues, but we'll talk about that more later. Let's get to the swatch stage. All right, so the new things I've been wanting to add is we now have slides, so we'll be able to take a look at that ink under a slide. And I have found that by putting down this tracing paper, I can really make sure that ink does its best to show off its properties. So if there's any sheen at all, it will become very obvious. So we're going to use the tracing paper as well. But first things first, let's scribble. And let's take a look at that under the microscope. All right, so here we are with the scribble. You can see the shading there and the sparkle. I'm going to be interested to see that more up close. Let's do that. Here we go with full magnification. We've got the scribbles here. All right, let's do the swatch. Second pass. Second pass. Here we are with the swatch. You can see the single pass on the left and the double pass on the right. A little bit of a dividing line in between. All right, let's take a closer look. Here we are with full magnification. You can see the line, the dividing line a little bit better. Top is the second pass and bottom is the single pass. Had to approach it from a different angle. All right, let's do the wet. That's quite a smear. Let's take a look at that under the microscope. Here's our wet test. You can see where the tea is smudged off to the side. Let's take a closer look. Here's the wet test where I smeared it off, and yeah, kind of the same every ink, but it's fun to look at nonetheless. All right, our crosshatch water test. This. Take a look at that under the microscope. All right, here's the water test. You can see it's completely just smeared it everywhere. Kind of crazy. Now this is cool. I love that. You got that black in the edges, the way the water just took the ink down to the edges and kind of fractaled out. I don't know, fractal's not the right word, but bled out, feathered out. It's very cool. I love that look. All right, now for a swatch on the tracing paper. Second pass. Here we are on the tracing paper. You can see the sheening off to the edge there. That's kind of cool. Never would have seen that on just paper. Kind of turns a little bit purpley, pinkish. Very cool. All right, here we are on the tracing paper swatch, and you can see that sheen there on the edge. Fun to see a sheen on an ink that doesn't advertise a sheen. Very cool. A scribble. Hit that up with the microscope. The scribble on tracing paper here. I don't really see the sheening, maybe just a hint of the sheen, but let's take a closer look. Here we are with the scribbles. It looks like it just wants to sheen. I'm seeing just like a hint of pink, but it just couldn't quite do it. Very interesting. And there we go. Look at that under the microscope. And here we are at the figure eights. And yeah, you can see a little bit of the sheen here too. Very interesting. Very cool. Let's take a closer look. Here's our figure eights. I tried to pick a spot where we could see a little bit of sheen. It's not everywhere for sure, but in a couple spots you can see it just beginning to sheen. Very interesting. And for the slide, let's take a look at that under the microscope. Here we are on the slide. I was expecting to see more of the shimmer, but there it is in the bubble. Oh, the bubble's moving. That's cool. Get to see some stuff moving here. Very neat. I like this. All right. All right, so here we are. What we've done differently this time is we've added the tracing paper to really highlight any sheening properties in an ink. And we're going to start taking a look at it under the microscope. If you like those, let me know. It's going to be a lot of extra work to go back and redo all my old inks, but I'm okay with that. And if you like the slides, say something. All right. So my personal take, it's a good blue. It's a good blue. I don't know that this is a blue I want. I find I want if I'm going to have a shimmer blue, I want it darker. I want it almost purpley. If I want just a blue, I probably want to be in a more professional setting. And I don't necessarily want a shimmer blue, but other people are different than me. But that's my feeling on it. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed yourself. Hope I've earned your subscriptions. Please hit that like, and I'll see you next time. Bye.